Hi everyone, another crazy week here, but I have a little time and I wanted to make a little tiny mini tutorial on painting Sakura pieces. I have tutorials that I need to do on the tree handle and a couple of flower tutorials, and I was hoping to make a Sakura tutorial also at some point, and I have some products to show you to next week, which I found really helpful for me. But right now I have about a few minutes, so let's just go over painting Sakura, okay? Now I am not Japanese and I don't pretend to be Japanese, but I love cherry blossoms and I grew up in Washington DC where we had lots of cherry blossoms. And the way I like painting cherry blossoms is to use watercolor. I guess it's kind of similar to the traditional Japanese painting, but I'm sure, you know, a world of a difference still. So what I do is I use any underglaze, so I like Amako velvets. And instead of sitting there and using a solid color and painting every little tree branch in between every single petal, what I prefer to do is to make my watercolor, my underglaze, really dilute. So I add a lot of water to it. And then I simply let it flow onto the branch. And that way, all you have to do is really touch it and it will just flow into the crevices, so you don't have to try to get in there with your brush. And I do a couple of layers. So like right now I'm on my second layer. I might even do a third. I might not. Depends on how dark you want it. But my biggest takeaway for you is to make your underglaze really dilute. It really helps. Especially when you have all of those tiny petals. Like see, like right now it's not dilute enough and I'm having trouble, so I added a little bit of water and it flows right in and it fills in so nicely. And that's how I do my branches. If I make a mistake, say for example, like, oh, now I have like a mark, right? And usually it would be like your paint like went outside of the branch a little bit, right? So what I would do is I would just add a little bit of water to it. I use my stylus tool, which is made by Diamond Core Tools. I will actually wet that too a little bit. And I just scrape it off. This is like an eraser. Scrape it off until it's gone. That's all. And so they have some really fine ones, like the other end of this is like a needle almost. And so that I would use to like really kind of get under that branch or get a little piece off of a petal, you know, like if I have a little black that got onto a petal. Really useful. For the flowers, I like to use maroon, also Amako velvet. Maroon color is really nice. Same thing, make it really dilute. Like really dilute. And then all I do is I just touch in the middle of each flower and I just let the watercolor just flow in and just spread however it may. And that's all there is to it. Now, usually I would do either a clear, or I really like celadons on them. Like Amako Celadon series is really nice. And I would actually sit there and put the gray background everywhere, and I would go in between each flower. I would do it like the long way. The easier way of doing that would be to just put a little latex on all the flowers and then just put on your celadon and then just peel back the latex and then put a dab of clear, you know, everywhere where there used to be latex. But I like to torture myself, so I don't do it that way. I do it the long way. But this is how I paint the Sakura blossoms, okay? I hope that was helpful. I have a lot more helpful videos coming out, hopefully next week. It's a little really crazy right now. Let's just say it's really crazy right now. So probably the following week, but I'll try to squeeze in a video this week as well. Okay? You guys have a wonderful night. I'm back to glazing and I'll see you next week. Bye.